Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. City Clerk Ed Norris, would you call the roll?
Mayor Cullen.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Here.
Councilmember Radner. I am here. Councilmember Whitehead. He's here also. He just stepped out for a second. He just did. Okay. And Councilmember Crawford.
Here. Okay, City Council members, please note to remove item 12E1 from the agenda. It's been postponed for the next meeting. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Consent agenda. I would like to remove items C, D, F, and G for discussion. So this would be item A, regular city council meeting minutes for March 16th, 2026. B, special council meeting minutes for the same date. Down to H, approval of invoices number 2 and 3 from Giffords Webster for master planning services in the total amount of $11,647.50. I, approval of payment number 2 to Stantec for professional design services for Tyler Park in the amount of $1,998. J, new and renewal of licenses for April 6, 2026. Is there a motion to approve these items from the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Item C, approval of pay application number 2 final for the 2024 fence line restoration project M776 in the amount of $1,330.02. This fence line project is on Greenfield and on 9 Mile near Greenfield, I understand. And I would like to go into how we saved $9,229.53. City Manager Eric Tungate.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to actually turn it over to our Deputy City Manager, Dave DeCoster, to help us explain how we just saved this $9,000, Dave, and then some.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, City Tungate. Yes. So to answer your question, the $9,000 in savings was part of change order number 1. And what we did was, when we bid out projects, we typically don't do what's called lump sum bidding. So if you have an item, we don't say it's lump sum, we just do it all and you get paid one price. We break it down by, in this case, it was cubic yards of topsoil and square feet of seeding. If we were to do the lump sum option, you would pay them the lump sum for all work that's done. In this case, we actually cut their work short a little bit, so we paid them for the actual work they completed. It's one of the measures we take when we bid out products to ensure that we're getting the best pricing. It helps us on the back end if they're short, because we only pay them for what they did. And if they do happen to go over because we added a certain amount, we are now paying them competitively bid pricing. So you'll see on many of our projects, we have what's called a balancing change order. At the end, we'll do a change order to balance all those items throughout the project. We like to see them in the negative. Once in a while, they're positive. But it's just a measure that we take, that our engineering inspectors go out there, measure off everything to ensure we're paying for exactly what was done.
And so this was for topsoil and seed in front of the fences, the new
Correct.
fences?
Yep. The restoration is part of the fence project.
The restoration. Okay, is there a motion to approve pay application number 2 for the fence line restoration project?
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Item D, request to approve invoice number 2 for the 2526 tree survey project to Davy Resource Group of Kent, Ohio, in the amount of $48,114. Is there a motion to approve this?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. City Manager Eric Tungate, can you explain to us how this is going to impact the residents. It will tell the condition, age, and priority of trim for the trees in Oak Park.
Absolutely. Madam Mayor, I do want to turn it over to Deputy City Manager DeCoster, but before I do that, I do want to say how excited I am for this project.
Yeah.
I think this is really a step in the right direction for us in terms of having a full inventory of our trees, our public trees out here. I do think we're a little bit premature. I don't know how far premature we are on being able to unveil this, but Dave, maybe you have more details on that than I do.
Sure. Thank you again. Eric, you're, City Manager Tungate, you are right. We're a little bit premature. We are actually, my department's actually planning on doing a short presentation in the next month or so. Davy Tree has now completed the survey of about 12,000 street trees. Part of that is evaluating all the information, putting it into an app for our staff to evaluate, to look at, that we can have in the field with our staff. So if a resident calls and says, hey, I have a tree issue, our staff could pull it up immediately in the office or in the field and say, yeah, it's a 13-inch locust, it's in moderate to good condition, it does not need a trim. We would still evaluate the tree, but it's a good baseline for all 12,000 street trees that we have. And like I said, my department's prepared in the next month or so to bring a short presentation to City Council. They're just not quite done with the project yet. They've collected the trees, but haven't done our maintenance plan and strategy as required as part of their contract.
That's wonderful. City Manager Tungate.
Deputy City Manager DeCoster, so for our residents who may not realize this was going on, can you give us, a couple of the exciting things that they can expect? I mean, one of which is just having a better understanding of what is going on in the tree and their easement and their front yard.
Sure. Yeah, so right now, we don't have a very good evaluation of all the street trees in the city. We're very reactive. So if Mayor Pro Tem Mager were to call up and give me a tree, we have to send staff out to take a look at the tree. What this is doing is it logs every tree. It logs the species of the tree, the size of the tree, the condition of the tree, the location of the tree. As part of this program, it also gives us planting locations. It also gives us stumps that we have left in the field. And what we'll do is we'll start using their proprietary app, and we can, like I said, have a tablet in the field where we can pull up every tree. We can change on the fly. So when my staff goes out and say stump grinds it, we can change the status to now plantable area instead of a stump. So it really gives us efficiencies in our tree department. Right now, I said we're really reactive to calls we get in. Our staff will be able to pull this information. When a resident calls our office, they will be able to pull this information free and clear to a resident. And my staff will keep this updated throughout the years.
That's awesome.
And I should note, this is a 100% refunded grant from the state of Michigan. So
Say it again.
it's a
Lou.
100% reimbursable grant from the state of Michigan. So we're not even paying for this.
And you don't hear that very often, council members, so anytime we hear that, we're very happy.
Oh, that's great. That's great news. All this information, and it didn't cost us anything. Any questions for City Manager Dave DeCoster on this trees? Yes.
And,
Councilmember Stephanie Crawford?
and did I read correctly, the project is about 90% done?
Correct. Most of the tree survey is complete. They're still evaluating and processing some of the information. But the second part of that project is we have an analysis plan and a maintenance strategy as required by the state of Michigan, and that portion is not yet complete.
Has it begun? The
It has
analysis?
begun.
Okay.
I'm assuming we'll get everything in about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Very
you.
close.
Mayor Pro Tem Julie Edgar?
When Davey went out to look at the trees, I don't know if this is working, do they identify trees that have died? Because we've had some residents who've said they think they've got a dead tree on their property. How does that fit into the analysis that you're gonna do?
So Davy sends out a certified arborist to each property, each street tree. They walked every street. So they have determined with their background and experience and their certifications, which trees are alive. They have different values, a healthy tree, moderate, healthy, high hazard. So they evaluate each tree based on that, whether it needs a trim or whether it's just a healthy tree. So yes, we will get all that information back.
And these are just the trees that are on the easements that they're looking at?
Correct. We call it the right-of-way, sidewalk to sidewalk. So anything between the sidewalks is what we evaluated.
Thank you.
Any further questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carried. F, this is approval of the revised contract and letter of support for Barton Mallow Brownfield Reimbursement Agreement. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
A discussion? Director Kim Maroney.
Good evening, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and City Council members. In front of you tonight is a revised reimbursement agreement for the brownfield for Barton Mallow. It was previously approved on December 15th, and since that time, some revisions were requested by Barton Mallow's attorneys, and they have worked with our city attorney, Courtney Kraus, and got those revisions done, and the final draft is here in front of you today for approval, along with a letter of support that we will send along to Eagle.
So Barton Mallow gets tax increment financing to pay for fixing a brownfield, correct?
Yes,
And
yeah.
for how many years does this go?
They're anticipating it will be approximately 26 years. That is all dependent on what the tax increment revenue that comes in every year, as well as the actual eligible reimbursable costs that come in. So once it's fully paid off, then the brownfield will end.
City Manager Eric Tunge.
So, council members, I want to just clarify something Kim just said. So the costs for the project have to be eligible brownfield costs. So regardless of how many years it goes or the amount that's possible to capture, if there aren't eligible costs, they cannot be reimbursed for those costs. So whenever that is done and the project is fully developed, that's it. It's over. So
And then.
Yes, no, that's accurate.
They get 5% of TIR?
I seen that question that you sent earlier today, so there's a few references to 5%, so I'm not sure which one you were referencing. 5% of the tax increment revenue comes to the city for our administrative costs to administer the Brownfield Authority. There's another reference to it, that 5% annually will go into the Brownfield Revolving Loan Fund that we control locally that can go towards other projects. And the last reference I found toward 5% in this was the interest that we would pay Barton Mallow. So for instance, if they submitted $100,000 of eligible costs, however, we didn't have that much money in tax increment financing to reimburse them that year, they would be able to accrue interest on the amount we were not able to reimburse.
Okay. And if something happens with the economy and the value goes down, it just gives them more time when things
That
recover?
could potentially happen. We did have a brownfield before with the Armory site. And during the years that it fell under the taxable value, there was no tax increment revenue that was gained on that project, so they got nothing those
So
years.
they just, it kind of waits.
Yep.
Okay. Any further questions about this particular
Mayor,
issue?
I just have another question for Kim. So Kim, there are a few projects in the city that I am personally more excited about. This, I cannot stress enough how important this project is to our city. What is the total dollar investment approximate? Do you happen to know?
I believe it's 28 million. Yep. Getting the nod from Kevin from Barton Mallow over there.
Yeah, okay.
That's the cost of this project?
That's the investment.
That's their investment, yes.
Yeah.
That's their investment in the project. Mayor Pro Tem.
What were the revisions to the agreement?
I'm going to let our attorneys answer those questions.
In short, we essentially incorporated a large percentage of the statute itself into the agreement, is what the.
Say it again.
We incorporated a large percentage of what the statute already requires into the agreement. So that was requested by Barton Mallow's attorneys.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That item F. Item G is the 11-mile Water Tower Social District final mural rendition. Can someone speak to that?
Yes, good evening. So we had previously come to you with an approval for the mural that will be done in the 11 Mile Social District. It is approximately 860 feet long, and the muralist was selected. It's the same one that we used on the library. Since the original rendering was done and approved by City Council, the Corridor Improvement Authority Board, which is paying for the project, asked for a few minor revisions. Those included eliminating, they had multiple water towers in the mural. They eliminated that. There was some badminton references, a lot of pizza, so they eliminated those. They did add a tree of life in order to represent all forms of religion. They changed some colors and moved some elements around that were in it. And they added the OP logo into the mural more prominently as well. And Councilmember Edgar, Mayor Pro Tem Edgar, my apologies. If there's anything else I missed, please add it in.
I wondered if we couldn't get sunflowers in each section of the mural.
So we do have sunflowers in one section. The artist is actually hopefully going to begin starting to paint this week. So to add those would be difficult for her to come up with a new rendering again, incorporating sunflowers.
Mayor,
Yes.
we've looked at this mural several times, and we've done lots of modifications to it. Time is of the essence. She needs to get started, and she's hired a crew, so I don't know that we can add at this point.
Thank you.
And we do have sunflowers in the mural.
There's one.
Let's see.
Well, there's
On the left
lots in wall one.
There's lots.
Oh, there are? Oh, good. Oh,
Madam Mayor,
even better.
I just have two questions for
Yes.
Kim. So, what's wrong with badminton?
I don't know, but the Corridor Improvement Authority Board,
I mean, when
I
you
decided
said
to remove
badminton, I was
them.
like, those are two of my favorite things, so I don't know.
You object.
I object.
You're a badminton?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yes.
for goodness sake.
It
And
could
I
be
love
that there
pizza.
is no badminton over there in the social district, so I include it. That's my guess.
We have too much fun here. This is the vote for the final mural rendition. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried, and we are done with the consent agenda. Visiting elected officials. Do we have any visiting elected officials? Seeing none. Special. Item 7 on the agenda is special recognition and presentations. We have a recognition by Public Safety Director Steve Cooper. Good evening, Director Cooper.
Good evening, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, council members, and City Manager Tungate. Tonight, I'd like to take a moment to recognize a truly generous and community-minded resident whose ongoing support continues to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others. At this point in time, if I could have Mr. Ken Sherman come and stand beside me. For many years, Mr. Sherman has shown unwavering appreciation for our public safety department, not only through kind words, but through thoughtful and impactful actions. His commitment to supporting those who serve and protect our community speaks volumes, and his character, about his character and his compassion. A few of Mr. Sherman's generous donations include a training bite suit used to train the department's very first K-9, that was Officer Mace. The bite suit came in right around $2,000. Also, for our second K-9, who also still uses a bite suit, but in addition to that, our second K-9, which is Officer Vader, Mr. Sherman purchased an explosives training kit that Vader uses to identify various types of explosives. And this kit was just shy of $4,000.
Holy.
Also, for the past several years, Mr. Sherman has purchased hundreds of gift cards for public safety to hand out during the Christmas holiday while officers are performing traffic stops. So we have unsuspecting motorists under the impression that they're going to be receiving a violation. Only to their surprise, they are gifted with a gift card with an officer, and that's courtesy of Mr. Sherman. But most recently, Mr. Sherman made a heartfelt donation of 60 trauma bears. These trauma bears are small stuffed animals that will be given to children who have experienced or witnessed traumatic events. In the moments of fear, confusion, and distress, these bears offer something incredibly powerful, comfort. They provide a sense of safety, a small but meaningful reminder that someone cares during what may be one of the most difficult moments in a child's life. While this may seem like a simple gesture, its impact is profound. These trauma bears will help our officers connect with children in crises, ease anxiety, and bring a sense of calm in situations that are anything but calm. So on behalf of the City of Oak Park and the Oak Park Public Safety Department, and for the many young lives that will be touched by this kindness, we extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Ken Sherman. Your generosity, empathy, and continued dedication to our community does not go unnoticed, and with your support, you have truly made a difference in the lives of many. We love you, and may God continue to bless you.
Good evening, City Council. As an emergency room social worker, retired of over 40 years, I had the professional opportunities to deal with children of all ages involved in unfortunate traumatic events. Such events included abuse or neglect and being participants and or witnesses to violent crimes. In such incidents, I found it therapeutically helpful to provide the children with emotional support bears. The recent events at Temple Israel in West Bloomfield and an Oak Park family house fire that both involved children had me asking Public Safety Director Cooper if the department had such bears for distribution. Finding that the answer was no, and as a longtime supporter and benefactor of the Public Safety Department, I am hereby donating 60 emotional support bears, an example which I have in my hand. And there's a little note on each bear that says, "You're very awesome. A teeny bear is always here whenever you need a bear hug." So thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. We have a certificate of appreciation to Kenneth Sherman, presented in recognition of Mr. Kenneth Sherman's support and generous donations to the Oak Park Public Safety Department. And if we...
Thank you very much.
Some cities are lucky and have many well-to-do donors. I just have to say that Mr. Sherman is generous, but not a well-to-do donor. So these are gifts from the heart.
Well, the
Madam-
best kind.
Madam Mayor, if I may, if we had
Yes.
a Oak Park Hall of Fame, Ken Sherman would be first ballot. That's,
Yes.
so,
Absolutely. You go first? Okay.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, City Manager Tungate. Behind me, I have a wonderful group of residents here who participated in a program rooted in community quilt project that we honored here earlier today in the reception over there. I believe, Mayor, there's a few words to say, and then we can have a few of the residents come up to describe the project.
So the Rooted in Community Quilt Project that you see displayed outside in City Hall was implemented at the Oak Park Farmers Market to showcase the community's diverse population through the unique medium of quilts. It encompasses all aspects of the community. Residents made a square, vendors made a square, public safety officers, city staff, summer camp participants, and market shoppers. Our Oak Park community is defined by its residents, staff, vendors, and local businesses that root us together and celebrate the diversity that makes Oak Park unique and makes Oak Park great. 450 drawings were collected to complete 5 quilts over 17 weeks at the farmers market. Dedicated volunteer Amy Lumley, would you raise your hand? Thank you. Spent 1,600 hours building these quilts with wonderful volunteers. Ann Turkish, would you raise your hand? Thank you. Carolyn Love, thank you. Faith Wynn, couldn't be here. Loretta Brown, thank you. Janice Sawinski, thank you. Jean Jones, thank you. Christine Banks, and April Hewley, thank you. Wow. A special thanks goes to our quilter, Carolyn Garrett. Where's Miss Garrett? Couldn't be here. That's a lot of quilting, folks.
Fantastic.
The Rooted in Community Quilt Project won an Innovative Programming Award from the Michigan Parks and Recreation Association this year. We thank our wonderful volunteers for their hard work, as well as all of our community members who attended the Oak Park Farmers Market and participated in the project. Scan the quilts and find your square.
There you go.
Thank you.
We get a
We're
photo
gonna do,
real quick, there, everyone?
yes. Do we have Benny?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Great job. Great job, thank you.
With apologies, because we lured Marilee Rosemond away from Lathrop Village, and we apologize, but we're not giving her back. We're not that sorry. Okay. Okay. Then into public hearings. We will now conduct a public hearing to hear comments on the following special assessment districts. 731, unpaid utility invoices. 732, unpaid false alarm invoices. 733, unpaid miscellaneous concrete replacement invoices. And 734, unpaid property blight invoices. I now declare the public hearing open. Is there anyone who wishes to speak about the special assessment? You can come to your podium, provide your name and property address. This City Clerk Norris, are there any written objections to read into the record?
Yes, Mayor.
Oh, yes, wait, we have someone coming up to talk? Oh, thank you. Give us your name and address, please.
My name is Julie Marcos. I live at 13630 Nadine Street, right here. I received this notice. The one in particular that I received was for utility bills, unpaid utility bills. And my concern about a penalty of 10% on a bill seems extravagant, especially considering the economy. Also, the fact that if someone's not paying their utility bill, I don't believe it'd be because they're cheap, but because they're poor. And so adding a 10% penalty to that is only going to dissuade somebody from doing it. And there may be other reasons why people can't pay the full amount. An example would be me. In the last year, I've been diagnosed with a very rare autoimmune illness. I had to miss 8 weeks of work. My employer only pays 60% of the income. I had to put my house in forbearance in order not to lose it. I had a biopsy. I am still being treated. It's still not in remission. I'm still actively diseased, I guess. And to get these bills is incredibly difficult. And one of the advantages of living in a city where we have public services is that you don't get inundated with these insane interest rates or insane penalties. And I would really hate for any of us to be faced with losing a property or just the stress of it all when all we're doing is the best we can. So I really would like to voice that, not only for myself, but for other people that may not have the courage or the know-how on how to speak out for it. Thank you.
Appreciate your voice and wishing you good health and fast recovery. Is there somebody that you can talk to?
Yeah.
Who should you talk?
We've noted an exception, so we will.
We've noted you as an exception in our record, so someone will get to you.
Madam Mayor, I do have several that have come through the internet and through the email. These are all delinquent utility water bills, SAD 731. These are folks that have requested an exception, so they'll be pulled temporarily from the roll and investigated. And I will read those properties. 10300 Oak Park Boulevard, 21947 Coolidge Highway, 22110 Whitmore, 25991 Stratford Place, 21681 Whitmore, 8501 Colgate, 24081 Moritz, 23131 Park Lawn, 13620 LaBelle, 14311 West 9 Mile, 24320 Church, 24280 West Hampton, 23740 Wildwood, 15200 Sutherland, 24630 Gardner, 22810 Rosewood, 24121 Oneida, 22131 Avon, 21831 Coolidge, 23530 Morton, 23840 Oneida, 22021 Stratford, 23091 Roanoke, 22040 Dante, 23051 Majestic, 22120 Sussex, 24300 Jerome, 24501 Pineview, 8440 Oak Park Boulevard. We also have 23611 Clover Lawn, 12920 Northfield, 21841 Clover Lawn, 24081 Seneca, 13741 Kingston, 23430 Beverly, and 21110 West Hampton.
Thank you. If there are no others who would like to speak, yes, ma'am, please come up.
I was listening to your list and I didn't hear my address, but I have one also. I have a delinquent water bill, and I received a letter from OLSA that they would pay it, and I brought a copy of it into the utility bill desk. I don't know if you got it or not. 23171 Beverly. I had I usually don't have a problem with my water bill, but this year earlier I had leaks. I had 3 leaks, bad leaks in the basement, and it was pretty expensive. Plus I had to keep up my rent, and that's the only thing that I am responsible for is the water and the rent. You know, the heat and the electric is the landlord pays for it. She was not able to be here because she lives in Tennessee, and she texted me to ask me if I could come forward for her. So, but in case you don't have the letter, I did bring it with me to present to you.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Ma'am, I just want to weigh in. So we've acknowledged, we have your address.
No, that's why I was saying I didn't hear my address when he read them off.
No, I know, but we're adding your address now that we've heard you.
Oh,
So
okay.
We have taken that down. I would ask if you could, did you provide a copy of the OSHA letter to the staff out in the
Yes,
hallway? Okay.
yes, I did.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes,
Okay, so that'll be part of the exceptions?
okay,
Okay?
Thank you for coming in.
thank you.
I was renting a house, had a running toilet, and wound up with a $1,000 water bill from a running toilet.
Kenneth Sherman, 2384 Old Jerome. I just have a question. When people come before you with the list of issues that were read off to be considered, what are the options that the city can offer the residents? I think for people listening, I think they should have an idea, like, does the city do anything? And if so, what's the degree of options that the city can offer the residents from A to Z? Thank you.
Thank you.
So just for clarification, so we're at almost at the end of our special assessment district process. So this is now, I think, our third public hearing and opening to hear objections to this list. So what do? We do a full investigation for every single one of these incidences. So the ones that have been read into the record tonight and the residents who have come forward, we will do all of the research and investigation necessary to ensure that it's being properly placed on the special assessment roll, if that's what the outcome is.
Is he talking about like payment plans?
Yeah, and in some cases, the resolution, just a hypothetical, but the resolution might be that a water bill payment plan is an acceptable remedy for that. And if that's the case, staff will research that, provide that opportunity to the resident. We don't want to see people, go into, financial distraught over a water bill or anything like that, so.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wanted to speak about the water? I now declare the public hearing on special assessment districts closed. I will entertain a motion to adopt Special Assessment Resolution Number 9, confirming the roles and withholding the noted temporary exceptions, and Special Assessment Resolution Number 10, setting the due date of June 2nd, 2026, with penalty for the special assessment districts 731, 32, 33, and 34. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is
Second.
there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you. This puts us down to number 9 on our agenda. Number 9A is a request for special event license submitted by Dog and Pony Show Brewing, 14461 West 11 Mile, Suite 200, for the Angelfish Elementary PTA Cornhole Tournament event to be held April 26th, 2026, from 10 to 4. Is there a motion to approve the special event license?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Just to make a note that if it is a for-profit group, they pay a fee. If it is a not-for-profit group, the fee is waived. Any discussion?
I did a quick question.
Yes.
Angelfish Elementary, where's that?
Angel, isn't it? Angel
I thought it was
Elementary?
Angel.
Is that just a typo? Angel Elementary. Angel Elementary.
We have an angelfish school.
Good.
Yeah, you're right.
Good catch. Very good. All those in favor, please say aye.
For angel or angelfish?
There's a troublemaker in every group. Any opposed? Motion carried. B, request for special event license submitted by Mother Handsome, 14461 West 11 Mile, Suite 500, for a Kentucky Derby party to be held May 2nd, 2026, from 3 to 9. Is there a motion to approve the special event license?
So moved.
Second.
Second, was that, yes, Solomon Radner was second. Any discussion? No fish in this one. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Motion carried. C, request for special events license submitted by the Oak Park Corridor Improvement Authority for the Family Fun Fest to be held June 6th from 1 to 4. Everybody mark your calendar. June 6th, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. That's on 9 Mile, correct? That's a fun one. Motion to approve, and this one is without the fee because it is a city authority.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. D, lots of fun in Oak Park this time. Request for special event license submitted by Dog and Pony, Mother Handsome, and Train Station Sports for a vintage flea market to be held June 19th, 2026, from 2 to 10 p.m. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. That was Sean Whitehead? Yes, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. And another fun thing, this is a lot of fun. Request for special event license submitted by the Oak Park Juneteenth Commission for a Juneteenth celebration to be held in the Oak Park Community Center on June 19th, 2026, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Mark your calendars for that one, too. That's going to be fun. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. That puts us to item 10. A request to award the bid for the 2026 lawn maintenance contract to Parrot Landscaping of Clinton Township, Michigan, for a total amount with alternates of $13,824. Is there a motion to approve to award the bid?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, who would answer the questions?
Dave.
Dave DeCoster.
Dave, are you there?
I'm sorry, I was doing something.
What are alternates?
So the alternates for the project are, we do mowing services for the road commission for Oakland County as well as MDOT. So we will mow the median on 8 Mile, and we will mow the right-of-ways on the 10-mile service drive. And basically, those are reimbursed by those two agencies.
Reimbursed. Okay. We have the motion? Okay. Discussion or questions? Just one. This looks like a new name. Have we used Parrot Landscaping?
Yes, so we bid out the project like we normally do. We put it out for public bid. Parrot Landscaping was the low. Our Deputy Director, Eric Knock, called out for references, and they all came back satisfied with other communities, so we were making a recommendation for Parrot Landscaping. Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Yes.
And Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. B, request to award the bid for 2026 landscape maintenance contract to Brightview Landscape Services of Pontiac, Michigan, for the total amount of $17,783. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Radner, okay. Sean Whitehead. Discussion or questions? Is this another new company for us?
Yes, it is. Again, sent out a public bid. Sealed bids were accepted last week, and this is another new contractor for us. Our current contractor who did the work for us last year bid on as well. We're a little bit higher. So again, we reached out to other communities that have used Brightview. Those references came back approved and well, so we decided to make a recommendation to award the 2026 landscape maintenance project to Brightview Landscaping of Pontiac, Michigan, for a total of $72,783.
Questions for Deputy Director DeCoster? Nope. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. C, request to award the bid for the 2026 Event Hub access control and security camera project to Interstate Security for a total amount of $49,675. Is there a motion to re-award the bid?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
second, thank you. These are cameras inside and out. Can you describe the project?
Sure. So another exciting step in the Event Hub project next door, we put out a public bid for the access control, which is the card swipes for the recreation staff to get in and outside the building, as well as the security cameras around the facility. That was a public bid project that was opened last week. We did receive 2 bids. After investigation, the lower bid was deemed not a certified partner with the access control system that we spec'd out. So in talking with them, we deemed the low bidder not qualified. So we are going with the second low bidder. So our recommendation is to award the 2026 Event Hub Access Control and Security Camera Project to Interstate Security for the lowest qualified bid price of $49,675. Funding is available in the Event Hub Fund.
Okay, are there cameras inside and out that this is part of?
Correct, inside and out, yes.
Okay. Questions, discussion? Mayor Pro Tem?
So, is this a one-time cost then to install the cameras and the access device, and will the city be controlling the cameras? How is this going to work?
Sure, it's a good question. So when we did the research on which vendors to use, this is a one-time cost. We pay a nominal license fee, which we have some actually leftover licenses from this project in this building, so we're not even paying those in this project. But there are no ongoing subscription costs and anything with this program that we're using. Monitoring is done via workstation. If Erin or some of her staff want to look at some of the outside cameras, it gives them the ability to look at it on a mobile app on their computer, or public safety will have access in their dispatch area and will be able to monitor the area as well.
With an app?
So in the dispatch area, what our IT director usually sets up is a separate computer, and they'll put it on a screen and divide it up into 6 or 8 cameras, and they can rotate things, and they can keep an eye on the entire outside of the facility.
Will there be 6 to 8 cameras?
The total amount of cameras, there is 12 cameras.
So the access will be to the building itself?
Correct.
Okay. And then what about access to the amphitheater? Will that be open?
The amphitheater, yes, there is
Okay.
no door, yeah, that'll be free and open, yes. One of the things we liked about the vendor that we selected is it gives us a lot more functionality than we currently have in our current system here. Now granted, our current system is 12, 13 years old when we spec'd it, but the new system allows for so much more functionality. Again, mobile app, we plan on having renters in the kitchen, we can send them a text message. They hit a button on their text message, the door is open. We can set it up to where they get 2 passes. We can set it up to where they get unlimited passes from 4 to 8 p.m. There's a lot of functionality with that system that their staff will be able to program out and give any renters or any visitors access only to certain doors that they need.
I have a question. Thank you.
Very sophisticated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Council members Crawford?
Yes. Dave, can you tell me, what does it mean? You said that the low bidder was not a certified partner?
Correct. So when we opened the bids, I began calling, we only had 2 bidders. We had 4 bidders come through our walkthrough. But I started calling out and reaching out to these vendors and asking questions about the project. Did you include labor? Did you include all the work? Can you abide by the schedule that we put in the contract? Are you able to purchase the product? And in talking with the low bidder, they are not and I don't want to get the terminology wrong, but a certified vendor authorized reseller of the product that we spec'd. So I went back and forth. I reached out to actually I got a hold of the vice president of the company that we spec'd out, and they did confirm over the phone and through an email that the low vendor was not. That person had indicated that they think they can get it through other sources and things, However, those companies were not listed in their bid documents, so I don't know who those vendors are. It was determined, and I spoke to the city manager and the attorney earlier today, and we both, I think, were under the agreement that more comfortable going with the second low bidder because they are the certified reseller. They are warranted. They've gone through the training of this product that we spec'd out. They can install, they can purchase the product, they can install the product, they can service the product. The company that was low bidder, from my understanding, cannot do that.
Any further questions? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes, motion carried, thank
Thank
you. Item D, request to award professional services contract to HydroCorp for an ongoing cross-connection control program for a total cost of $39,361.50. Is that Dave again? Kim. Aha, first, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Can you explain the cross-connection control program?
Yes, good evening again. The Cross Control Program currently inspects commercial and industrial buildings to make sure that they have backflow preventers so that they do not contaminate the water system. It is a requirement by the state of Michigan, and for us to comply, we have been hiring HydroCorp, I believe, since 2004 to do this work for us. And they do the reporting and inspections on the properties, both commercial and industrial in the city.
So this is a continuation of the longstanding.
Correct, yeah, this is essentially a renewal of a 2-year contract with a 6% increase from the previous 2 years.
Got it. Any questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford. Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes,
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
motion carried, thank you. Last in this group, request to award professional services contract to the Oak Park Event Hub Audiovisual Project to Media Storage Group of Brighton, Michigan for a total not to exceed amount of $128,942. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Just gotta
Look at that duo.
speak of angels and hear the flutter of their wings. Yes. Thank you. Can
Thank
you
you,
describe this project?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor, Council, City Manager Tungate. Earlier today, Deputy City Manager DeCoster spoke about the cameras. This is kind of the second phase of all the AV needs for the Event Hub. So similar to how Council Chambers is set up, TVs, speakers, HDMI, the wiring that's needed. So essentially that aspect of it. So when we're having events, such as weddings or State of the Cities events, we're going to be outfitted to properly rent out that space. Additionally, we will have a cable cast system, which again is similar to here, and that is so we can broadcast events, say State of the City, or other events on our cable channel. So that's what is before you.
Okay. Are there any questions, discussion? Roll call vote then, please? Yes.
Just make it, so, council members, you may note in the proposal document that, and I'm not a techie either, so we kind of went with the mid version of what was presented to us. Obviously, we want to have our taxpayers' dollars in mind making those recommendations. But my question for the two of you is, this gets us to where we need to go with our AV needs in the Event Hub. We're fully there after this.
Correct.
So
And
speakers, TVs, microphones.
we're hoping, similar to this setup, it's a one-time cost, and will obviously each electronics have a lifespan, but we're hoping this expense will last us into the future and then some with what we have here.
Any questions? Comments? Thank you. Roll call vote.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. That brings us to City Attorney Courtney Kraus.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. There are no Freedom of Information Act appeals coming before council tonight.
Thank you. Item 12 on the agenda, City Manager Eric Tungate.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Everybody appreciate that?
Oh,
I do. Can tell you that.
yeah.
12A1, I would like to ask our Deputy City Manager of Community Services, Adam Wozarzek, to join me back at the podium. This is regarding the improvements that are being made to Tyler Park. And our Director of Recreation, Lori Stasiak, is here too.
Hi, thank you, City Manager Tungate, Council, Mayor. Before you, we have a change order to the Tyler Park project. As you know, on the December 15th City Council meeting, Council approved a contract with McCarthy and Smith for construction management services, and being that the weather has broken, work has begun on the site. Just kind of for background again, kind of the two main features for Tyler Park on the city side of the property is a walking path as well as some excavation, which will improve the drainage of that field. When they started digging, it did become apparent that the water main that they were originally going to, put the drainage tubes over was a little bit higher than anticipated. So they came back to the drawing board, and our civil engineering consultant, Spalding DeDecker, as well as our municipal services staff, kind of spoke and put their heads together and came up with this, proposing the most cost-effective solution, which is essentially using a leaching system for the drainage to occur. And essentially what that is that there's, black corrugated pipe with holes in it. So how they excavate the land, essentially the drains will carry the water away, and then it will slowly drain into, the dirt at a farther away location to essentially dry up that area. So that before you is what this change order is, and happy to answer any other questions you may have.
Wish we had an engineer. Yes, Mayor Pro Tem.
Is the Berkeley School District paying for part of this? Do they have?
Yes, so there was Stantec Architecture who worked with us on the design. The costs are essentially split between the two sites for that.
And this portion of Tyler Park is really somewhere in the middle, right? I mean, that's where a lot of the flooding takes place.
Correct. So I would say majority of the flooding takes place on the city's side of the field. Again, we're hoping, with these improvements that will fix it for, in the summer and rain events, they can use the field for recreation programming and other things as such.
Yeah, this will be a big welcome change.
Yes.
Yes. Has this, obviously, design been used in other places?
Yes, from my understanding, Spalding DeDecker, our civil consultant, has utilized this. I don't know specifically the other areas, but they have notified us that this is a common thing that they use on other projects.
Got it. Any other questions?
And when will this be done?
Fingers crossed by either the end of this year or spring 27, weather dependent.
Is it a big project? Is it complex?
So on the city's portion, I wouldn't say it's not as complex, but on the Berkeley School District side with the ball diamond and restroom and stuff, there's a little more to it. So that could be the only thing. Again, that just with potential delays due to ordering or weather or labor, anything like that. But by the end of this year is the goal.
City Manager Tungate.
Mayor Pro Tem, just to clarify, so I want to, and for the two of you, please feel free to weigh in on this too, but I think for this phase of the city's part of this, it's not as complex. But remember that this is just the first phase for us, because we still have phase 2 coming later as funding becomes available to us in other budget years to do some of the other, the pavilion and some of the other amenities that we've talked about.
There is a plug I would like to have. We are currently updating our Parks and Rec master plan. So if anyone You know, it's like, watch our city website and social media pages for more information on that. We would love to have your input and incorporate those into all future Parks and Rec projects. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Very exciting.
Ready to vote?
We need a motion, ma'am.
Okay, is there a motion first?
So moved.
Thank you. Second. Okay. Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead,
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and we have our returning champion, Director Maroney, back for 12B1, please.
Yes, good evening again. We are asking for the approval of change order number 2 to the Giffords Webster contract. We are currently working with them on our master plan and recreation master planning project. We had money still yet available in our Economic Development Corporation, and a retail market study had not been conducted since 2013. So this is a quote in order to get that done, so we can roll that out in conjunction with our master plan. This will help us identify what types of retail entities would be supported in this region. Not region, but in our city, and it'll help us further our economic development recruitment activities. And money is available in the Economic Development Corporation Professional Services budget.
So, is there a motion first, please?
So moved.
Mm-hmm.
Second.
Yep. Questions?
Madam Mayor.
Yes.
See,
Sean Whitehead.
Thank you, Madam
Councilmember
Mayor.
Whitehead.
This is who we're doing the master plan through, correct? And we just,
Yes, that's correct.
okay. And we just signed a big contract with them not too long ago. Are they, I mean, it's respectfully, are they upselling us with this, like adding this on, or?
No, actually, we reached out to them. The last retail market study we did in 2013 cost over $40,000. So we're actually getting a discount by layering these services. For instance, you approved the recreation master plan being added to our master plan. Had they bid that out separately as just the recreation, it would have been probably 3 or 4 times more than what we're paying them to just add it on to this. They can do the actual studies together and get the community input together, so it's less activities that need to be done overall, but they can ask questions that need to be asked in each of these types of plans.
Okay, and second follow-up question is, are they gonna be looking at how many car washes we need in a 5-mile? I'm serious.
It would likely be included in there. They look at
Okay.
all different little retail market areas and provide what would be supported based on our community.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. City Manager Tungay.
Kim, so you kind of mentioned this when you slipped a little bit, but I'm curious how extensive this is from a regional perspective. I know I had a meeting with the city of Detroit today, and they're very interested in attracting retail to the city of Detroit, obviously. This doesn't stop at our boundaries, right? And I can tell you, and I'm asking you that because in 2013, having been the one who ordered that up, we took our regional marketplace into consideration for spending power to go out and try to attract retailers. So does this do the same thing for us?
So what they usually do in market studies is they call them rings. They'll look at 1 mile out, 3 miles out, 5 miles out, and 10 miles out. And depending on the retail that you're looking at, they can pull from different distances. So it takes into consideration not just Oak Park residents, what they can pull from those different rings.
So is there an opportunity, because the city of Detroit's going to be spending their money on retail analysis of their own, but it just seems to me that there's just such a opportunity for us to partner here when we're really exploring some of the same information.
I think it would be completely different with the city of Detroit because they're such a large city. For instance, we would only pull from certain segments of Detroit that are within those ring distances.
Right.
But the city, if you looked at the core of downtown, we're never going to pull from people
No,
living
and I
in the
don't
core
think
of
so.
downtown.
I think it is just the rings. So if you, because back in 2013, when we did this, the rings extended into, Palmer Park,
Oh, yeah.
University District,
Mhm.
all those areas. And what we found in that study was that the household median income of those neighborhoods was much higher than ours. And so
We'll
it
s-
was
we'll
in our
see where it's at
interest-
this time.
Right, so it was in our best interest to include that in our market study. So if there's an opportunity to
Maybe I'm not
partner-
following the question then.
Okay.
Yes, we will look at those rings that go into the city of Detroit, but
Yeah.
is your question different than that?
No, that's
Okay.
what I'm asking.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I just didn't
No,
want to
it-
stop
it
at
won't
the
go-
border because
It will not, yeah,
Okay.
it will not stop at borders. It just
Okay.
looks at the rings from the center of the city
Yeah.
and will expand outwards.
And it goes out further into Oakland County and other
Correct.
spots. too. Okay.
And tell us how this study will inform the work that you do, that your department will do. Give us an example.
When I go out recruiting at an event or a conference, I'll have that proof in my hands that I can show them that we've done the retail market study, and it's proven that we need, another car wash.
3 more restaurants.
Let it die.
Yeah, it just strengthens my pitch to them, not just talking about Oak Park, but saying, we've already done this retail study for you, and this industry or retail segment would be supported, and there's a deficit currently in Oak Park. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yes.
Okay.
Kim, would that also include, I know it's retail, what about industrial as well?
It does not look at industrial,
Just
no.
commercial
Yeah.
retail?
So I'll piggyback off that. Are we going to get a market analysis study for another 20 grand for industrial too, or?
I don't even think there is such a study out there,
Okay.
just because industrial, they locate based on sometimes tax incentives, sometimes it's their, who they need as employees and where they're going to be at. It could be where they get their parts from. So they look at so many different factors. You really can't do a study for that, other than, a building inventory, saying we got these buildings with this inventory and these are our residents that could potentially work for you.
Any further questions? Roll call vote, please.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Oh, you again. Okay. so
Sorry.
12B2, she's back. Go figure.
I never left.
12B2, we have Director Maroney here for that one too.
Yes, next is change order number 1 for the 2026 Joint and Crack Ceiling Project, M788, by Michigan Joint Ceiling of Farmington Hills. This change order will allow us to do mastic on Capitol. If you've driven down there, there are large gaps in the joints. And because they're larger, we use a product called mastic in order to fill the big joint seals. So this will allow us to do that on Capitol and add it into the contract. The contract was, even with the change order, is still under what we had budgeted for the project overall.
First, we need a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion, questions?
So
Mayor Pro Tem.
this is $100,000 extra. And I know that we had budgeted more for this, but is it just because of this material that they're going to use, the mastic? Is that what drove up the cost?
Yes, that is accurate. Sorry, I just want to make sure.
Well, I
I'm on
think
the
it's
right
that,
agenda
and we're
item
also
here.
adding more repairs as well.
So how much more are we adding? Because we have lots of problems on our streets following this very icy winter.
I'm sorry, repeat that again?
So it's going to be along Capitol, and City Manager Tungate mentioned that it will be used in other parts of the city as well.
Yeah, so, and my apologies, I jumped to B3.
Told you.
So maybe that's some of the confusion here. So do you want to go back to B2?
Yep.
My apologies. I have too much up here.
Let's go back to B2.
And you're back for
Okay, so-
B3. That's,
All right, so B2 is actually change order number 1 for our miscellaneous concrete project with Mattioli Cement, M782. And that is to add some additional concrete work into the original concrete bid that we received. It came in under our estimates. Because doing the miscellaneous concrete program is so important in the city of Oak Park to help keep our roads maintained, we would like to add the proposed change order in for $99,776.40 in order to do additional repairs on our streets, particularly Coolidge, amongst others.
That's such a mess.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about local streets where there are lots and lots and lots of problems?
Yeah, so we keep track of all of those and we rate them based on the traffic and how bad they are. If you've seen the list, it is quite lengthy, so we do the worst first and then get to them as we can. So that's why we like to use all the money we budget annually in the miscellaneous concrete.
All right, so that's B2.
Yes.
Okay. And Mattioli did the sidewalks?
They didn't do it the last round,
That was
but
a
I know
town.
they've done it before.
They've done it before, and we've
Yeah.
been very pleased.
But I couldn't tell you which year.
Ed, do we have a motion here?
We have a motion by Radner and second by Whitehead
Okay,
on 12B2.
for 12B2, okay. Any further questions about 12B2? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Radner?
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead?
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar?
Yes.
Mayor McClellan?
Yes, motion carried, thank you.
Director Maroney, 12B3, please.
Again. So this is actually the right order now. Proposed change order number 1 for the 2026 joint and crack sealing project, M788 by Michigan Joint Sealing. It includes sealing cracks and joints along many streets in Oak Park. This change order is to address capital with putting mastic into the larger joints. It came in under budget, and we'd like to use the remainder of that budget in order to do this work.
Okay, we need a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Crawford, Radner. Discussion or questions? So this one is about the mastic material,
Correct.
and is there additional work that's being done for this 99,000?
Yeah, we do this project every year, and we fill the joints on all the city roads, and we take different areas and address them every year.
Okay.
And that helps prolong the life of the road.
Any further questions? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitehead?
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar?
Yes.
Mayor McClellan?
Yes, motion
Councilmember
carried.
Radner?
Yes.
Okay, 12B4, Director Maroney, I believe this is your final one.
Yes. So this is to accept a grant that we received from the Oakland County Transit. We applied for a grant in order to do the engineering and design for 9 Mile and Coolidge all the way along to Greenfield. And that is in order to extend the bike lanes that we currently have on 9 Mile, so we connect all the way to the city of Southfield. Once we have these engineering plans, then we can actually start applying for grants in order to do the work. They gave us a grant for $100,000, so this is accepting that grant award, and also a budget amendment for the remaining amount, which is our portion of $120,000, which I do plan to apply for a SEMCOG planning grant this month in the amount of $60,000. So hopefully that amount will be reduced, and funding is available in the Major Streets Fund.
So is there a motion to accept the transit grant.
Oh, so moved.
What's that?
So moved.
Yes, enthusiastically, I might add. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Councilmember Whitehead? I put a smiley face by this one because we're happy to accept $100,000 from anyone.
Yes.
And it's nice to know that there are further grants coming.
Let's hope so.
And I think our communication director, who came from a much bigger city, is always astounded by how many grants we apply for as a small city and receive. So kudos. Are there questions or comments?
Yes, Mayor, I do have a question.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem.
So, this is a question about need for a bike lane that goes from Coolidge to Greenfield. It annoys drivers. I mean, they do. And we've all heard this said, that I never see anybody riding their bike, and yet there's a bike lane, and, you know, I can't make a right, or I can't make a left, whatever the case is. Is this, even though we got a grant, which is wonderful, thanks, Brittany, do we need this? Are there cyclists along that road, that section of 9 Mile? Because this will cost us $120,000, even though we got a grant for part of it. I'm wondering, should we be doing this? Do we need a bike lane, really?
In my opinion, yes. If you looked at 9 Mile before we did any of the 9 Mile road improvements with the bike lanes and everything else we've done there, there was really no bike activity other than on the sidewalk, which is actually illegal. People who do like to ride their bikes to work, provides them a safe way to do so, especially since we made the last changes and did the cycle track as opposed to bike lanes on both sides of the roadway. And we have seen an increase in bicycle traffic along 9 Mile Road. Also, the Oakland County Recreation did a grant for all of the Oakland County communities, and we have actually adopted a plan, and we call it the 9 Line, that every community in Oakland County has signed on to extend the bike lane that we did in 9 Mile. They're replicating it from border to border in Oakland County along 9 Mile Road. So yes, I definitely think we will see additional traffic as all these other communities add their bike lanes. Southfield has already gotten grants to add theirs, and we will be seeing them shortly, as well as some other cities that are applying currently. So if we don't do our small little portion that we have left, then it would just be a big gap that cyclists would have nowhere to go other than off into this residential area.
Because I see people riding on the sidewalk because they're afraid to ride in the bike lanes, because maybe motorists aren't used to seeing cyclists, and they feel that it's dangerous.
I think that you have two different types of cyclists. You have your recreational cyclists who just really don't know the rules of the road and really aren't that comfortable and probably don't use bike lanes. But then you have people who actually use it as their form of transportation that don't own vehicles. And for those people who don't own vehicles, I think that providing them a safer, quicker route to work is something that's very beneficial.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments? Okay. We need a vote to accept this grant.
Councilmember Crawford?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar?
Yes.
Mayor McClellan?
Yes,
Councilmember Radner?
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead?
Yes.
motion carried. Thank you.
Okay, 12C1, I would like to ask Director Stasiak, our entire recreation team, but I would like to also take this opportunity to introduce, if you don't know her already, Erin Foley, who we have selected as our Event Hub manager, and we are very excited to have her on board this new thing for us.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very excited.
And council members, one of the other things that Erin has been already hard at work doing is because we want to hit the ground running with the Event Hub that we expect to open to the public on July 1st. We're going to have our State of the City address on June 30th, and on July 1st, we expect this thing to be ready to go. That's coming right up. And so in front of you tonight, and Aaron or one of you will talk about this, but, and please introduce yourself, I'm sorry. But we do want to present a fee schedule that we'd like to propose for the Event Hub so that we can hit the ground running when it opens. So Aaron, do you want to?
Well, thank you so much for the nice introduction. It's so nice to be up here in a new position. Just a little bit, I'll go so quick for you guys. I've been here for probably about 3 years now, so I've started as a seasonal, and then I moved over into an intern. I graduated college, and I moved full time, and I don't think you guys are going to get rid of me for a while now, so I think you guys are all stuck with me. So, but yes, I'm very excited about the Event Hub, looking forward to everything moving forward, and working with all of our wonderful city administration and our council and mayor. So I'm very excited. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So going back to the farmers market fees, the reason council, and we'll put something up on the screen here momentarily, but the reason we're bringing you, normally for fees, that normally goes on our fee schedule during our budgetary process, but being that we're opening up the Event Hub, and as City Manager Tungate said, want to hit the ground running on July 1st, we're coming with sort of a special, council approval for fee schedule approval from council early to ensure that we can start renting it out ahead of time, and as we said, the July 1st hit the ground running. So that's the reason why we're coming to you now instead of normally during the budgetary process.
So, Madam Mayor, if I could, so
Yes.
could you just, because this, as you mentioned, I mean, council members, this usually comes as part of the city budget fee schedule annually. When you guys, as a group, were looking at identification of these fees, can you talk a little bit about the methodology that you used?
Of course. There's something that should be on the TV as well, but
Okay.
Our farmers market
Well,
stats
that's
don't.
definitely not it, if that's, that's gonna scare people, that's me.
Okay. Marilee, can you elaborate a little bit?
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. To answer some of your questions, yes, we did do some research as to other farm markets in the area. The reason we're bringing this to you tonight is because we do have to procure and get our vendors to sign on the dotted line for this year, which we are hoping to do very quickly because they do want to be part of our market moving forward. So we did look at some other markets kind of in our area that are of similar size and what they charge. We are right in that ballpark. We are not a Royal Oak. We are not an Oakland, market because the footprint isn't quite that large. But we have, saying that we have 13 vendors returning from our veterans. We have 5 to 6 new confirmed vendors. We also have another 8 that are pending, as well as some artisans. I think our fee schedules are very enticing for vendors to come in because this is a new situation for us. We're moving from an outdoor area where we've been moved around since 2018 to about 4 different locations. So now I think that we are enticing our vendors to come sign on that dotted line to be with us for 3/4 of a year, if not almost quite 4 seasons. So I think that with our fee schedule that I don't see up there, I think that would greatly add to the market. And we're getting calls all the time.
Good.
Let me see. So we need a motion to approve farmers market vendor fees.
So moved.
That's
Second.
Sean Whitehead, second. Solomon Radner. And then, can we see the fees?
They should be in the back.
They're in the packet, yep. Yeah, he's not showing them on.
Oh, they have them in the package.
Yep.
You don't want to read them. They're fine, they're fine.
Okay.
Any discussion, questions about the fees? You all set? Mayor Pro Tem?
Are these fees much higher this year this season than last?
No, sorry, I don't need a microphone. They're very comparable, okay? We decided we did not want to raise these fees because, again, we have been moved around 4 different times, and so we want people to come into the Event Hub. We want to have that experience, so we are not going to blow them out of the water. We want to keep that pretty much the same, knowing that as things improve and we extend our footprint to as much as we can, those fees can go up. But we decided they've been loyal to us for almost 10 years now. I think we need to be loyal to them and say, we're not going to double this right now.
But this isn't a deposit anymore. This
No.
is a fee.
Correct.
That won't be returned to
No.
them. So how do we decide, or how are you going to decide which vendors are inside and which are out?
A lot of it is going to be because of our veteran vendors. They get first crack at it right now. And plus, there's also some things such as Dakota Bread that are part of the Friendship Circle. Bread outside in the rain doesn't go very well. There's also a stipulation in the, they can, once the indoor fees are only for full season, which a lot of the vendors might not be, okay? So for a full season, it goes June 25 to November 19th. So that's a commitment of 22 market days that they will be paying for that indoor spot. There are also outdoor spots that are available as well. We also have a daily fee. We're going to have a monthly fee. Some of these vendors, this is their second job. They, are home for the summer, but they have to have another job. They're a teacher, so on and so forth. They're not going to be here in October, November. So we have a monthly fee. So we're trying to hit all of the different vendors and what their needs are at the time.
What is a daily fee?
I'm sorry?
What does it mean when you say a daily fee?
A daily fee might be someone like our knife sharpener and our garden tool sharpener that may only come once or twice, like in the week. Or one of our bakers might only come once or twice because they are in other markets. They're feeling us out just like we're feeling them out. Okay, so they're going to see how that daily is going to work for them because they are at other markets. So they'll split their time. We have a couple vendors that are going to be with us on a Thursday, but they're going to be at the market they've already been at for the other Thursday. So they're kind of weighing out what they're doing too. So we want to make it so that we don't turn them away. We want them to come.
But this will be a Thursday. You'll still have the markets on Thursday.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yep, same
Yes,
time.
same time, 9 to 2.
But we'll go to November this coming year.
Correct. We're going to be moving it forward, as the city manager had said. We're going to try to make this into a 4-season market. So the full season is June 25 to November 19th. We are then going to be coming before you at the appropriate time with the fee schedule for our winter market pricing, all right, which will start in, I believe, the second week in January, go until the end of April. And then we're going to start our full season in May. We have to back this up because we do have to educate people that we are a Michigan market. You're not going to find corn in June. You're not going to find a watermelon in June. And believe it or not, that's what we do. Aaron and I spend our time a lot educating the community that this is a Michigan market. This is homegrown. Support, buy local. You can talk to the farmer right here. His product comes from 1 hour away. You want to go see his farm? I've seen them. So we are trying to back that up and do education with that.
And we'll have a kitchen moving forward. Are you going to incorporate that in some of the farmers market activities?
Yes, we are going to be renting the kitchen to some vendors. They have already expressed an interest. Part of that commercial kitchen is to get people out of the cottage food law. So you might have the best cinnamon roll on the market, but you're still baking at home. So moving it into a commercial kitchen then grants you that license, which they will have to pull on the kitchen. The vendor pulls the license on the kitchen. That then gets them into someplace like a Westbourne or a Holiday or some smaller markets. Same goes for salsas. You cannot make salsa at home. It's against the law. It's against health code. You must make it at a commercial kitchen. So again, that person pulls that license, health department meets them, watches them, gives them the license, good to go. Hopefully they start with us first and then they get their product into a local market.
Wow. It's very exciting.
Exciting.
We are set. We Do we get a motion in a second? Yes. If there are no more questions, we will vote to approve the market vendor fees.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead,
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Boy, good news.
Love
And
the
that's just the
farmer's
farmer's market aspect of the event hub, so there's a lot more too, so.
That's right.
Holy cow.
Okay, 12D1,
Public safety.
our quiet Public Safety Director, Steve Cooper, is
Alrighty.
here
Waiting
tonight to
patiently.
discuss.
Good evening again, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, City Council, City Manager Tungate. I'm before you with Traffic Control Order Number 160, Section 1.41. In preparation for the mural installation that will be taking place at the Water Tower Social District, several sections designated for parking inside that lot will not be available. We're requesting that the overflow parking be allowed to use the north side of Kingston Street between Gardner and Tulare from April 9th, 2026 through June 19th through 2026 while this project is taking place. And I'm asking council to approve the traffic order as stated for that specific location.
Okay, is there a motion to approve this order?
So moved?
Thank you. Second. Can people get by if people are parking on both sides?
Talking about as far as on the street down there? Yeah, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, plenty of room. Any questions? Do we have a, did I just do a motion yet? Second. Any questions? Let's see. All those in favor of approving this traffic control order, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and we, council members, we removed 12E1, so I am going to finally turn it back over to Deputy City Manager DeCoster. 12E2, please, sir.
Good evening again. Before you tonight is pay application number 9 and change order number 7 for the Event Hub project. This is our monthly billing to the Event Hub and all the subcontractors working on that job. I'd like to note that the city administration, construction manager, and architect have all approved this pay estimate. It includes work for a period ending February 28th, 2026. And the total, it is recommended that pay application number 9 and change order number 7 for the Event Hub project be approved in the amount of $253,671.44 and $0 for the change order. Funding is available in the Event Hub fund.
So moved.
What took you so long?
Now that I know funding's available.
And second.
I
Second.
knew you were going to
Thank
say
you.
though.
Radner and Crawford, thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Thank you.
And last but not least,
Well, that was actually it,
was
Madam
it.
Mayor, but I do want to say happy Passover and happy Easter for those who celebrate. That was the one we just
Is it Passover already?
event,
I'm just so
I
hungry.
think you do because that was money.
Yeah.
that was the street one.
Oh, you're right, we
That's
do.
this one.
Well, that was, yeah, so do you want to do a roll call or is a voice vote?
Okay.
It's money, even though it's a zero, that next one is 200,000.
Yeah.
But we need a roll call vote.
Good call.
Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead,
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes, motion carried, thank you.
Okay, now I would like to say happy Passover, happy Easter for those who celebrate, and that completes the city manager report for this evening. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. This was daunting, but cheerful. Call to the audience. Would you read the?
Okay, this is the portion of our meeting where we hear from the public. We don't answer your questions. We might direct you to somebody in the administration who can help you. City of Oak Park will comply, each speaker's remarks are a matter of public record. The speaker alone is responsible for his or her comments, and the City of Oak Park does not, by permitting such remarks, support, endorse, or accept the content thereof as being true or accurate. Any person, while being heard at a city council meeting, may be called to order by the chair or any council member for failure to be germane to the business of the city, vulgarity, or personal attacks on persons or institutions. And there's a 3-minute time limit per speaker.
Thank you. Do you have cards that you can call?
I do, Madam Mayor. First, Roosevelt Hollis.
I think she left.
Okay. Candace Calloway.
Wonderful. Good evening, everyone. My name is Candace Calloway, and I'm running for state representative for District 5. I'm a native Detroiter. I'm a homeowner. I'm an education champion, and I'm a public servant. After I graduated from college, I had the opportunity to serve with the AmeriCorps program City Year, working in education advocacy. I also have experience working with the Nature Conservancy, addressing flooding issues and aging.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
Are we allowed to do this?
We
Podium?
can't campaign on public, but you can
We're
talk
not allowed
about.
to-
myself?
We're not allowed to do it either. You can, right, I mean, am I wrong, Courtney?
No, you're right.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Tell me what to
can talk about an issue of interest to the residents.
Okay,
We
wonderful.
can't do it either.
Yep. Good to know. Thank you. So I just want to introduce myself and let you all know that I'm here and I want to talk. And I was very excited to hear some of the comments about the funding that's going towards building out the 9 Mile Greenway and some investments that the city is making on the residents' behalf. And I'm looking forward to hearing more about the things that Oak Park is doing to support its residents.
Thank you for coming.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Yeah.
Crystal Bailey.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, City Manager, and residents. I am a resident of Oak Park since 1998, an alumni from Oak Park High School. And I'm here because I'm rooted in the community, and I really enjoyed the quilts. It was a very fantastic display of the quilts. And Friends of Royal Oak Township is doing something similar with their quotes and their patches and their quilts. And I think it'd be something that we could unite and work together on, Friends of Royal Oak Township. And also I'm here because a resident of mine, of ours, who was a friend of mine, she's complaining about Northfield. She lives on Northfield, and she's getting this asphalt of whatever we're filling the streets in with, it's coming back on her lawn. And she couldn't be here today, but she knows that I'm an active resident in the community, and she wanted me to come and speak on her behalf. So whatever it is you guys are filling the streets with on Northfield, she's at Northfield, I wouldn't want to give her address, but right at Northfield in Scotia or Condon, in that area, it's blowing back on her yard. She's a gardener, and she really would like you all to take a look into that. Thank you again. My name is Crystal Bailey.
Daryl Farmer.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, council members, staff. I'm here only to request, and my name is Daryl Farmer. I was one of the bidders that bid on item 10C, and there was only 2. And I would like this council to reassess and take a closer look at the criteria that was given or presented to you for the selection. That it is contained in that contract documentation, and it was used to make those determinations and nothing else. Secondly, the statement was requested, are there any reoccurring costs associated with it? Because we know the manufacturer, and we are certified by the manufacturer through the North American partner, there will be reoccurring costs to you. And you just don't know it because it wasn't in the contract documentation. And I can simply point that out at a later date in full detail and scope. What we did do was redesign this and we can still present to you an even lower number and a more practical installation for you for such an event hub that you have. But being that we were not given any opportunity to express, show, or give the details that are relevant to what was put out in public bid, we simply ask for your consideration to really take a closer look at what you have. The selection that you were given as a recommendation in 10C, they have no installations with this manufacturer. This manufacturer is nowhere in this city, and it will be hard-pressed to find a lot of installations that they do have. I've been in this business over 40 years. I can name names where we have installations that far greater than the city has, and we will consider a non-responsible bid. I don't think so. I would simply ask you to reconsider and take a closer look at the specifications that were released for public consumption. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Michael Diskin? I said that right.
You sure did?
Okay.
Yeah. Or as Mr. Radner would like me to refer to myself as Jupac, I think. But Michael Diskin, 15075 Lincoln Street, apartment 406, Oak Park, Michigan, 48237. I first want to say that I'm a little disappointed in a few people up there, specifically Mr. Tungate, Radner, and Whitehead, that with all the B2, B4, everything, there was not one bingo or battleship joke or reference. So I just want that noted. Mayor Pro Tem Edgar, during the discussion about the bike lanes, I also find them annoying, but I also understand a lot of people use them. I'm very new to this public game, so is there any way, you mentioned that, somebody mentioned that people don't really know, the recreational riders don't really know the laws, and I think the drivers don't really know who has rights to what. So as part of the grant, or can we get a new grant, or somehow with public safety, do some sort of education campaign so that we all can, since this apparently is a thing, can we just educate everybody so we all know what to do? Okay, so specifically today, Temple Israel, in this past week's service, the clergy wove in and out from the prayers, letters and cards of support from a bunch of different communities, different states, et cetera. A lot of them not Jewish, not of the Jewish community. And I just wanted to publicly acknowledge and show appreciation for all those people who showed support to us. And on the other side of things, I just wanted to say that as we talked about earlier with Juneteenth coming up, I just thought it was important to state that I think all the residents of Oak Park should be celebrating this in some way or another that makes them feel comfortable doing so. The city's putting on an event. You can say hi, you can comment on Facebook, you can do your own post, you can promote the post. Juneteenth celebrates, I know it celebrates the official end of slavery, whether it be by law or implementation of law, or I'm still trying to figure out exactly, but I know it celebrates that end. And it's a day to recognize, acknowledge, and show appreciation to the African American community for their contributions to the country then, now, and forever. So we should say thank you. We appreciate you. We're here with you, and we love you. This isn't just a black holiday. It's a holiday that everybody should celebrate, and at the very least, acknowledge. It costs nothing to be kind, and you really have no idea how much your support can mean to somebody else. So, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. That's it. Nobody else? Anybody else who didn't put a card forth but has a word to say? Nope. That brings us to council comments. February was Black History Month, and April, I believe, is Women's History Month. And in my family, my grandmother and her sister went to medical school in 1895 when that just wasn't done by women at all. And when they graduated, it took them 20 years before they were allowed to vote. And had they been African American, they would have had to wait for the Voters' Rights Act in 1965 to vote. So women have come a long way, and we got a long way to come. We are hoping for your input. Here we go. We had a master comprehensive plan and a Parks and Recreation plan open house here. And your ideas and your questions and enthusiasm for Oak Park's future made it a wonderful event. But we're not done. If you couldn't attend, there are ways that you can add to the conversation yourself. Our partner is Giffords Webster to update the master plan and the Parks and Rec plan. These documents guide our goals and our future, so they are important. And now is when we need to hear from you. So we looked at housing. Do you want apartments? Do you want high-rises? Do you want senior apartments? Land use, walkability, economic development. What do you want to see in Oak Park? People have strong opinions. We'd like to hear them now. We have display boards right outside in City Hall right now that you can feel free to come and put your comments down on. There are in-person opportunities. The master plan board is in the City Hall lobby through April 10th, and after that, from April 13th to the 26th, it will be in the library. So if you didn't put some comments down, come on in and do that. There are also ways to do this on Facebook and online. So speak up, don't mumble. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Julie Edgar.
Thank you all for coming. I wanted to congratulate Ken Sherman again on the honor, much deserved honor. Thank you for all you do for the city. Ken was instrumental in the dog park, and we had an opportunity to work together, and he uses the dog park. And also, thank you to Mr. Diskin for the thoughtful comments. And I would say if you want to sponsor or be a sponsor for Juneteenth, please do. Checks are welcome. You can make them out to the City of Oak Park and put Juneteenth 2026 in the memo line. They are looking for sponsors right now. And anyway, thank you and good night.
Thank you. Councilmember Solomon Radner.
Happy holidays and good night, everybody.
Councilmember Sean Whitehouse.
Happy holidays, everybody. Happy Passover, happy Easter. And I always love Ken Sherman night, so it was a good night because it was Ken Sherman night. Next time, hopefully, we'll have some bobbleheads with those bears like they do at the ball games. Now that baseball season's back out. But I love Ken Sherman and appreciate your support of the city, and especially for our public safety, our library, and everything that you do, Ken. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Stephanie Crawford.
Just a reminder, it is springtime. Clean up your yard. The Recycling and Environmental Commission, who Mr. Sherman is a part of, we are having a healthy lawn seminar on Thursday, April 16th, 7 p.m. in the community center. Healthy lawn seminar. I'll definitely be there because my lawn needs a little work. Also, I wanted to say on March 20th, I said to city manager, don't embarrass us at the basketball game. Well, I got there late and he didn't. The old guys, I think they took out the young guys, didn't they? So, yeah. So good job. We did well, and it was all for charity. Long night, a great meeting, and once again, everyone be kind to one another, and thank you for coming out.
Thank you. There being no further business to come before this council, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Oh, I forgot to